Now I'm thinking about Africa and how the whole great overland adventure, the whole story began. Siddharth was in Pune to meet his parents. We had gone to have dinner. And then he asked me that, oh, would you like to be a part of this? We're taking 2 Mercs to all the places of the world. And would you like to be a part of it? And I said, of course, hell yeah. Who does not want to be part of such a massive drive?
A couple of months ago, Sirish called me and said, the great overland adventure is happening. And where should we go? Should we go to South America, Africa? It was difficult, but I've always wanted to go to Africa.
So that led to this massive meeting at the NDTV office. We were all there, we were all choosing the routes that we wanted to do. And Ouseph and I said, please, please, please let us have Africa. From the time I was young, the Paris-Dakar rally was there. And I always wanted to retrace the footsteps of the original Dakar heroes in Africa, in the Sahara Desert.
Driving into Africa from Europe, that was something else. For the next couple of months till the journey started, I kept dreaming about seeing what it would be like to see the coast of Africa from the ferry that we would be taking. It was all kinds of things in my head. I was really, really excited.
We saw the Atlantic, we crossed the Straits of Gibraltar. We did mad things. We spent almost 2 weeks there. It was a drive of a lifetime.
Now, the Dakar Rally was founded by this guy called Thierry Sabine, who himself was taking part in a cross-country rally when he got lost in the Libyan desert. And it took them, I think, many days to find him. He almost died. But he discovered something in the desert that made him want to share this with the rest of the world, which is why he created the Paris-Dakar Rally. In fact, I think he loved it so much, he himself died on the rally?
On a helicopter crash on one of the rallies. So our idea was to go and see those places that made the rally such a legend in its own right. So our great overland adventure actually began in Spain at the Alicora spot. That's where the Europe team was going to hand over the cars to us.
I don't have the Morocco visa, you know. I mean, otherwise I might have had a little trouble.
Hand it.
It's all yours.
It's going to be exciting. So is that an understatement? It's going to be epic. Is that also an understatement? It's going to be super awesome. Hashtag super awesome.
It's going to be all of that, and it's going to be more than that. So enjoy.
It started with the European team arriving late, so we got delayed. We missed our first ferry, the planned ferry to Africa. We got the next one, and when we got to Africa, the customs officer who knew about what we were doing and what cameras we were carrying, all that, he'd left for home.
What kind of trouble are we in now?
What kind of trouble are we in? Well, we submitted documents, that's the problem. Everyone else is walking in with the Statue of Liberty and they're letting them through.
There's nobody around for miles and miles on end. Maybe we'll sleep her in the night.
So we'd had to wait, find someone else to come and wake him up in the middle of the night and say, please get us through. That's what happened there.
And we're done with the police, we can go and eat something. I'm with Punjabi MC, you know.
Day 2. The adventure really hasn't started as we had hoped it would. We're still clearing customs 12 hours after we cleared customs. So the Atta Carnet has to be stamped yet again.
So everything got delayed by almost a day. And that was our welcome into Africa. But then you know what they say, TIA, this is Africa. You got to take everything in your stride. And it all happened in that manner.
Whatever plans you make for Africa, you can like plan your day down to the last minute. Something or the other will always go wrong. And not wrong necessarily, but you'll have an adventure. And something good always comes out of it. That's what happened to us. I call it Africa's magic, and that unpredictability, that's what I loved about the place. The GL's roof box that came loose, that took some time fixing. It wasn't too much, but yeah, it delays things a bit.
Look at where it is.
That is roof. Oh shit.
You can't feel it, or?
No, it's just the car's damn good, yeah. Still going.
Yeah, relax. It's come off from there. Come. Okay, wait. Just get out and tell me, no? Center.
What is that? Yeah, that's it. We got some rain on the way, which slowed us down considerably because there's a lot of fog also. The French couple that got stuck in the Sahara, we had to help them out because you don't leave people stranded there.
They call it the brotherhood of the off-roader or something like that. But they have this thing that, no, leave no man behind. We all obviously got into it, pulled them out. We took 2 hours.
Out here in these lonely places like desert, you can't leave a man behind. You see someone in trouble, you got to stop and help them because there's no one else who'll do it. When we got stuck later that night, the GLA got stuck. This guy in the middle of nowhere, he turned up and he had tow rope and he'd broken his leg, I think. But he still helped us pull the GLA out and showed us the way to our hotel. Lots of sounds that Morocco makes, and I think starting with Sahara.
The Tuaregs at Mezzouga in the Sahara. We reached there on Eid. It was the night of Eid. It was a big feast. We had a lamb on a spit, and we had these musicians that were playing us the local sounds, and really got into it. Got into the meat and got into the music, and we started dancing. It was a good evening altogether.
Yeah. Then we, on the way to the Tizi and Tess Pass, we stopped for lunch, and while we were having this tagine, this guy walks up with what looked like a homemade guitar. I don't know what it's called, forgive me. But he's playing such happy music. It's just the guitar and his really powerful voice. He's a Berber musician.
So overall, it was a great experience absorbing all these sounds.
Then the Rimal Khanat.
We also found this music station in Casablanca. It was called, what was it called?
Forget that, Rick's Cafe.
Yeah, and
Rick's
then Rick's
Cafe, listening to as time goes by.
played by the owner and proprietor.
On a piano, that was, I think, a perfect ending to the trip. Morocco's a crazy place because every day was something else. You land in Tangier, there's this whole hodgepodge of culture there. All these old places that in like the Cafe Hafa we went to, the mint tea that we started out loving.
Salam alaikum. It's a cafe. Salam alaikum.
When you keep going, we went to the Sahara, there's the Atlantic on one side. These insane roads, the roads and the sky, that's mind-blowing. That's what really got me. I love driving that.
रोल रोल बुलाओ उनको
आ जाओ Come!
Driving that 300-kilometer Atlantic coast road, stopping there over the cliffs, watching the Atlantic. I can't tell you what that felt like. Morocco just totally blows you away by how advanced it is. It's unexpected.
And then when we drove down to Moroccan Sahara, to Laayoune, we found somebody with an original Series 3 Land Rover. Where's Ouseph? Ouseph?
Land Rover.
All right, let's go, let's go.
Go, go, go!
It's unbelievable how many of these ancient Land Rovers are still running in the Sahara.
The scene right from Born Free. As you can see, I got Elsa in the back crawling away, and I'm driving an old Land Rover.
Land Rover that they actually use not as the donkey of the desert, where most of the others use it for, carrying goods and all that, but this is used by the family to go to have mint tea every Friday. So it's like part of the family. And he allowed us to drive it. We took it into the desert, and Ouseph loved that. He absolutely loved it to bits.
It's such a... I can't tell you what this feels like. It's so cool.
This is a crude mechanical device. There's no power steering, no power windows, no air conditioning, no nothing. It takes a lot of effort to drive that thing. And you could see beads of sweat on his head, but he loved it so much, driving that simple little beast, the forerunner of all the off-roaders that we have today.